Good morning and welcome to our daily devotional from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn, very glad to have you along with us on this Thursday, October the 7th, 2021. We are studying in the book of Hebrews this month, and we are this week focused on chapter 4 of the book of Hebrews. And this morning, I would like for us to look especially close at verse 15. So this is Hebrews 4:15. For we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but we have one who in every respect has been tested as we are, yet without sin. So I mentioned that the writer of the book of Hebrews is working to encourage the early Christians. These are likely Jewish Christians, working to encourage them because there seems to have been some evidence that they were slipping away or either losing interest or losing faith. And the writer of the book of Hebrews is writing to encourage them. And so in writing to encourage them, he hits upon this very powerful image of Jesus as a high priest. We don't know of any other specific reference to Jesus as high priest other than here in the book of Hebrews, but it's a very powerful image, and it's intended to encourage the early Christians because it gives us a picture of Jesus as both one of us and as one with the title of Son of God, one who has been chosen by God. And so if we look more closely at verse 15, we see that the author is saying that this is a high priest who can sympathize with our weaknesses. And the Greek word used here for weaknesses is one that covers a broad range. It can mean disease and physical weakness, but in this context, it almost certainly means human moral weaknesses. That is, a human capacity for moral failure. And so that's why it's followed with the phrase, but we have one who in every respect has been tested. That is, that Jesus was fully human and understands what it feels like to face moral difficulties and moral decisions. We can see this in the account of Jesus' life, particularly in the Garden of Gethsemane, in the prayer that the prayer that the cup be taken away from him. And we see it in his expression on the cross, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? That Jesus is faced with moral challenges and deeply religious challenges. And the author of the book of Hebrews wants to emphasize with the phrase, yet without sin, that is, that Jesus remained faithful throughout his life, that Jesus was faithful, and that now, because of this, we should find comfort. That is, we should find comfort in the idea that God has appointed or chosen Jesus, and that he's exalted even in his human weakness, which is for us a gift of grace, a blessing. Let us close with this word of prayer from W.E. Orchard. O God, who remains the same though all else fades, who changes not with our changing moods, who leaves us not, when we leave thee. We thank thee that when we lose faith in thee, soon or late, we come to faith in something that leads us back again with firmer trust and more security. Even if we wander into the far country, we take ourselves with us, ourselves who are set towards thee as rivers to the sea. If we turn to foolishness, our hearts grow faint and weary. Our path is set with thorns. The night overtakes us, and we find we have strayed from light and life. Grant to us clearer vision of the light which knows no shade of turning, that we stray not in folly away. Incline our hearts to love the truth alone, so that we miss thee not at last. Give us to realize of what spirit we are, so that we cleave ever to thee, who alone can give us rest and joy. Amen. Thank you for joining me this morning from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn, and I hope you have a very good day. Goodbye.